Hello, I'm Zach Yuson, and this is your 6 p.m. wrap. Influential New Bilibid prison inmate Jaybee Sebastian says he gave at least 14 million pesos to fund Senator Leila de Lima's 2016 election campaign. Sebastian says he gave the following amounts to de Lima when she was still Justice Secretary: 2 million pesos through de Lima's former security aide Jonel Sanchez in December 2014, 2 million pesos which he left in former Corrections Bureau Chief Franklin Bucayo's office while de Lima was there in January 2015, and 10 million pesos through Sanchez in March to May 2015. He claims that transactions between him, de Lima, and Sanchez in December 2014 happened days after a raid on the maximum security compound at the NBP.
Pagkatapos namin mag-usap, ay sumagi sa isipan ko na akala ko na iniwan nila ako sa maximum security compound at hindi sinama sa paglipat ng mga tinaguri ang Bilibid 19 dahil iba ang pagtingin sa akin ni Secretary de Lima at ng Bucor. Dahil mas disiplinado ako kumpara sa ibang mga inmate leaders na kasama ko na nakakatulong sa peace and order sa Bilibid. Pero sa bandang huli, ganun din pala ang pakay niya sa akin na paglilikumin din pala ako ng pondo para sa eleksyon ni Secretary de Lima katulad sa ginawa sa kanila.
Sebastian also denies he's a government asset contrary to de Lima's claims.
Gusto ko pong linawin at pasinungalingan ang mga balita o paratang na ako di umano ay untouchable at malakas kay Secretary de Lima. Ang totoo po ay si Kulangko ang siyang tunay na malakas sa Bucor at kay DOJ Secretary de Lima.
Senator Leila de Lima says high-profile inmate Jaybee Sebastian gave in to pressure from the Duterte administration to testify against her. Citing, quote, A1 sources, de Lima says Sebastian was the main target of the supposed riot at the NBP on September 28. De Lima says, quote, apparently or obviously, Jaybee Sebastian has been pushed to the wall. Jaybee was admirable because he stood by his principles. He did not easily give in. Now that he finally appeared there, he joined the lies, meaning he could no longer take the pressure. Sebastian earlier was not presented as a witness at the House probe because he was not willing to speak about the illegal drug trade at the NBP. But weeks after, he was hurt in a supposed riot inside the Bilibid, which killed one high-profile inmate. De Lima insists Sebastian is a government asset. Sebastian, however, denies it. De Lima says, quote, if he isn't admitting it now, again it's because he's being pressured to testify against me. He can't admit that he's being forced to lie about me, including that allegation that they gave me money. Malacañang respects former President Fidel Ramos' opinion that the country was, quote, losing badly in the first 100 days of President Rodrigo Duterte's administration. Presidential spokesman Ernesto Abella says, quote, yes, we listen to him. We respect him, but we'd also like to balance his perspective. Ramos, in a Manila Bulletin opinion piece, called out Duterte for his controversial remark on the United States and US President Barack Obama. Abella calls Ramos a senior statesman who is, quote, acting in the sense like a father when he made those comments about Duterte. Abella adds Ramos' comments are, in his words, worth looking into, but that other ex-government officials have a different take on Duterte and his performance. Duterte is a known admirer of Ramos, even mentioning the former president in his inaugural speech. The United States Embassy in Manila denies reports it is pulling out of Zamboanga City, where U.S. troops maintain a temporary facility. U.S. Embassy spokesperson Molly Koskina says, quote, there was a regular change of equipment recently, not a pullout. A U.S. C-17 transport aircraft was spotted at the city's airport following pronouncements by President Rodrigo Duterte he wants U.S. troops out of Mindanao. The Philippine Defense Establishment says the U.S. has not informed them about a pullout. Duterte earlier hurled invectives against the U.S., scrapped joint patrols in the West Philippine Sea, and declared that this week's war games will be the last. Critics slammed Republican White House candidate Donald Trump after he threatened to imprison Democratic counterpart Hillary Clinton during the second United States presidential debate. Trump says he will put Hillary Clinton in jail if he wins as president. Trump says, quote, if I win, I'm going to instruct the Attorney General to get a special prosecutor to look into your situation, because there's never been so many lies, so much deception. Former Attorney General Eric Holder describes Trump as, quote, dangerous and unfit for the presidency. He also points out even former President Richard Nixon's top lawyer resigned when ordered to probe a political opponent. Former U.S. Ambassador to Russia Michael McFaul says Trump's comments remind him of autocracies he studies. He adds, quote, embarrassed this is happening in America. And that was your 6 p.m. wrap. Watch our updates daily at 12 noon and 6 p.m. I'm Zach Yuson. Remember, tomorrow begins today.